Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the X-Men Nemesis Build-A-Figure Wave. Nemesis, aka Holocaust. But Nemesis, you can't put Holocaust on a toy, right? Nemesis Build-A-Figure. Here, we've got the X-Treme X-Men version of Wolverine, not the Ultimate Universe Comics version of Wolverine, which I think a lot of people had first kind of assumed it was. There are some similarities, but this is the X-Treme X-Men Wolverine, not the Ultimate Wolverine. But here, the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. I have the entire wave. We're going to kick it off and just go in order. We're going to start with Wolverine. Before we get into it, head over to toysnowman.com. That is where I got this figure from. It is currently in stock right now for shipping. So head over to toysnowman.com. They are also running their Black Ice sale, which is like 15 to 80% off of all in-stock items, which is pretty awesome. So toysnowman.com. Wolverine is the only one in stock. There's a couple more that are still available for pre-order, you know, with the next shipment batch that you might be able to, you know, secure and lock in your order on a couple of those figures. So toysnowman.com, link in the video description below. If you use my referral link and you create an account for the first time, so new accounts only, you get a 5% off coupon code. So check them out, toysnowman.com. Here, Wolverine, looking at the side artwork, we get this artwork right there of Wolverine. Here we also get that artwork of Wolverine. And then here on the back, we get that artwork of Wolverine, which is crazy, right? 3 different sets of artwork. Typically, and you'll actually see this later in the wave, you'll see the same image there, same image there, and same image there. But for a couple of these, they switched it up. And for Wolverine, there's 3 different ones. Here is the entire wave, and like I said, we're just going to go in order. We're going to start with Wolverine. Next one will be Nightcrawler, Gambit, Cyclops, Marrow, Husk, and then Fabian Cortez. And I'm actually going to try to knock these videos out as quickly as I can, as I have a bunch of work stuff coming up that I want to be able to get these videos out of the way and get them to you in a timely manner. So wish me luck. I'm going to try and record these 3 videos in this block as I'm doing this to try and get the uploads in as quickly as possible. Probably do like upload 2 videos per day type of thing. So bear with me, stick with me. We'll get through the entire wave. And moving right along, the bio for Wolverine reads, Wolverine unites with the group of X-Treme X-Men to battle telepathic threats and defend their team of mutant heroes. So there we go. We're going to get into it. No Build-A-Figure piece, by the way, but Wolverine, X-Treme X-Men, here we go. Okay, so here we have the Wolverine figure out of the package, and this is a really fun one. I love the design of the suit, everything that we want in terms of updates to the action figures and everything like that, pin list, all of that stuff is here. So really happy with it. In terms of accessories, we do not get a whole lot. We get the claws, obviously. We get a pair of fists without the claws popped, and then we also get 1 extra set of hands. So you got this wide open hand here for his right, and then you got this finger pointing hand for his left. That's it for the accessories. No Nemesis Build-A-Figure, none of that, because they know Wolverine will be able to sell on his own. It does not need to come with the Build-A-Figure piece. So here we go. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Let's take a closer look at X-Treme Wolverine. Okay, so here's a closer look at the Wolverine figure, and this is really good. I believe this is the same head that came in the Villains 5-pack. Was that an Amazon exclusive? I want to say it was an Amazon exclusive. I actually never even reviewed that pack, I don't think. Did I? I don't think I ever reviewed that pack. But here we have it, and it looks good. I think this is kind of my first time seeing it out of the package. If it was released with another figure, it may have, and I just can't remember because there's been a million Wolverine figures that have released. I'm not complaining because I do like Wolverine, so all the other ones that we get are, for the most part, pretty cool. I think there are some weird decisions made on some of them or whatever, but this one is really good. I like it. Again, it is similar to the Ultimate Comics 1610 universe Wolverine, but there are some differences. The X logo on the Ultimates would be a little bit raised. Not a big deal at all, and I'm sure when we get in Ultimates Wolverine, it'll likely be the same torso. But there are 2 stripes here in yellow. Ultimates would be 3. I think the belt would be different, and then there would be some yellow in the boots. I think the pants may not have pockets on them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were to just reuse it. So very similar, but not quite the same. But this figure looks good. I really like the black. On here, the black and yellow, the yellow stripes look pretty good. They're a little bit broken up because of the butterfly joint, but not that big of a deal. I mean, how else were they going to do it unless they just painted that all yellow? but then it kind of would have been weird. I don't know what the right call on that would be. You guys let me know what you guys think. The belt looks good. Nice little gold on there, and then we get silver buttons on the pouches, so that is always a plus. Not too bad there. These legs, I believe, are new. I don't think we've seen these legs before. We probably haven't seen the boots before because there is no boot swivel, so that is all one solid leg down there. So a bit of an odd choice. I guess it's just cheaper to sculpt the whole leg as opposed to sculpting this part of the leg and then the boot. But that does suck. Boot swivel does come in handy sometimes, so we don't have that, so unfortunate. The claws look good. They're done in the cheap looking plastic, so no paint to the plastic. They're not in the nice silver paint that we did get with some Wolverine figures. I'm trying to think which ones. I pulled out a couple of Wolverine figures. We'll take a look at some comparisons a little bit later. But that's what we got going on there. The shape of the blades themselves, these are the good ones. At least I just don't care for the color of them. The arms, we get the sculpted arm hair, which is cool. But one thing that I absolutely hate, they did not paint any of the arm hair on the elbow, which looks a little bit weird. So if you're looking at that and you're like, oh, look at the hairy ass arms, and then look at that elbow, that's weird. There's no hair on there. And then they also painted the sleeve at the top of the arm where arm hair is sculpted. So that looks a little funny too. Is it the end of the world? No, but it is a bit weird. So just wanted to point that out. And then it's just funny because the arm hair, it's like, oh, you only got arm hair on this side of the arm, not on this side. So it's just funny, you know, when you see that. It's like a perfect line. Boop. Except the elbow, because they didn't paint it on the elbow, and it just looks kind of funny. But there we go. That is the X-Treme Wolverine. So let's go ahead and check out his articulation. Articulation's pretty good. Okay, articulation for Wolverine. He can look all the way up. The head is on a disc hinge, so he can look up all the way. He can look down all the way there. You get a full rotation on the head. Do we got some pivot? Kind of, yeah. We do. It feels like it has to turn a little bit to do it. But you do get some good pivot in there, which is not too shabby. There tends to be some gappage on the back of the head with Wolverine figures due to the shape of the hair and stuff, but it's nothing too bad this go around. You can get the arm to go straight on out like so. You get a full rotation in there once I got it down. Butterfly joint works really well because look how far back you can get that arm, which is awesome. That shoulder, and then coming forward, you do get some, and you can get some crossbody in there. He's just got some big ass biceps that kind of get in the way. Speaking of the biceps, you got the upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there. Again, he's got a thick ass arm, so he can only bend so much. There, wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on each one of the hands that he comes with. So that is all good there. We got the ab crunch on Wolverine, so he can crunch forward that much there, not too shabby. And then you can go back only a little bit there. You get a waist swivel in there. You can just kind of move that belt around as needed, so you could turn that waist. Legs go out that far apart, so that is good. He can kick forward that far there. The leg goes back a tiny, tiny bit. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee gives you that much bend there at the knee, and then boom, no boot swivel at all. Foot hinges down that much. You get a little bit of hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So he's really lacking the boot swivel there, so that is super unfortunate. Not sure why they would not have given him boot swivel other than saving the cost of molding two separate pieces. So that kind of sucks. There seems to be like boot swivel seems to be lacking here and there. I feel like that maybe that's one point of articulation that could be going away, only because it seems that it has on some figures. I hope that it's not something that we'll see going forward with all new sculpting or anything like that, because that would suck. So hopefully we don't see that happen very often or at all anymore, but you know, just have to point that out. Well, let's look at some side-by-side comparisons. So, I brought out the X-Force Wolverine because X-Force Nightcrawler is going to be the next video, so I had to have him ready so I can put the X-Force together. And looking at the X-Force one, so this is not new to Wolverine. So this is something that I did not remember. But here we go. This X-Force Wolverine did also not have boot swivel. So maybe it was a Wolverine specific thing, since Wolverine's gonna be a little bit of a shorter guy. So they have to sculpt new legs to keep him short. So maybe when it comes to Wolverine stuff, we're not going to get the boot swivel. So that whole little rant that I just kind of went on when it came to boot swivel, maybe that is not going to apply to all characters. Maybe it's just something for a Wolverine specific thing, because look at that, no boot swivel. I also brought out the Secret Wars Wolverine because he's the most recent Wolverine that we have gotten aside from this X-Treme one, and we had gotten a bunch of Wolverine figures last year. But this guy's got boot swivel. Astonishing X-Men, however, did not. And I might actually have that one out here somewhere. I got a big old pile of figures next to me, and he might be buried at the bottom of it. But there we go. In terms of Wolverine figures, the torso, again, is going to be the same on all of them. We've had this torso now forever, but it's also a good one. I don't see any problems with it. I don't see any reason why they would need to change it at this point. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that, hey, a newly sculpted torso would be cool to get some kind of update to Wolverine. But again, it is a good one. The butterfly joint does work, so it's not like it's a terrible one by any means. The arms on X-Treme Wolverine and Secret Wars Wolverine, or slash X-Men 97 Wolverine, they are the same on there, so that is really cool. The hands, however, are different because these fists, while they may look the same, they are not the same. These fists are actually a little bit larger, and you could tell that they're like fully gloved, whereas like these hands over here, you can't necessarily tell that they're gloves. It could just be like hands that are just, painted the color. But these, you could actually see some folds and wrinkles and stuff in the fabric to show true gloved hands. So that is really cool. So that is Wolverine comparisons there. Okay, so that is my review of the X-Treme Wolverine. As far as I can tell, we do not have any other version of the X-Treme X-Men, so maybe Wolverine is going to be the first in kicking off some of those characters. Let me know who you guys would like to see, whether it's going to be like Storm or Bishop. Let me know down in the comments below. But here we go. X-Treme Wolverine kicking off the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. No Build-A-Figure part with him. Again, he is in stock currently right now at toysnowman.com, so link in the video description below. Use my referral link if you're creating an account for the first time. You get a 5% off coupon code, and then take advantage of their Black Ice sale, which is happening right now. So all in-stock items are on sale, about 15% to 80% off. So check them out, toysnowman.com. Let me know what you guys think of this Wolverine figure. Are you excited for this Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave? Do you see Hasbro making an Ultimate Comics 1610 Universe Earth 1610 version of Wolverine? I absolutely can see it. Maybe this is just going to kick it off. Yes, it's going to be very similar, but it's Wolverine. Wolverine will sell. So I think it's going to happen. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.